All right, this is the third video in trying to get this big wheel industrial commercial mower. And by the way, it's called a clean cut. K-L-E-E-N-K-U-T. Check the plug, and I believe it's original, so it's 20 years old. I'm not going to change it because I don't believe in that. I want to see if it's going to work okay. The reason I say it's original is because the front of this mower was painted red, and you can see the red paint still on the spark plugs. That's the original spark plug. It's a Champion RJ19LM. I still have the coil off because I was trying to remove that blade and get the blade screw out. I did break one of the fins there and one there, sheared it off. So I think I'm going to replace this wheel, this flywheel. The other thing I wanted to show you is that I figured out what was going on with this wheel and why it was so wobbly. This one is okay. Let me get something I can point with. Okay, so on this one, this is where what I call the axle bolt comes out, and then you're screwing onto the threads here, and this bolt is fixed. It's welded. There's this little metal spacer here, and so it's stable. Okay. The problem with this one over here is it had come loose. The weld had come loose, and so the axle bolt was wiggling around. And so what I did is I found the gap that existed between the bolt, which is not much of it left, but anyway, it's right in there. And I took some hardware wire and put it in the gap and then twisted it. So it's filling that gap. So now this wheel, it was flopping around. As you can see now, it barely moves at all. And it's much straighter, see, in line with the front. So that's what I was trying to achieve. I never imagined that that's what was going on, but that was it. I don't know if you can see that, but see this area right in there? That was, let me go, right there where my pointer and the metal pointer is. That was flopping around. It would go up and down, and so now I've got this wire around there, wrapped around there good, and then knotted off. And I think it's going to work. That's the only thing I could think of to do. And so that's what I did with that wheel to make it stable. And I think all of these wheels are ball bearing wheels. And now the kill switch was not clearing when I compressed the handle. And if you can see, it is now, not a lot, but there is a gap there. So that should start, and then it'll shut off. And I've got it clamped down now. And see, what I did is I created a spacer to make the cable tighter. I tried loosening these and adjusting that, and the other trick is to adjust this, loosen that a little bit. And that helped some, but it was still too close. So I created a spacer up there by winding the cable around this hard plastic, and I think that's going to stay okay. So at least I know it's gonna, if I get everything all set up, I think it's gonna be fine. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there is a gap there. Let me take the clamp off and you'll see it close. Okay, so there's a little slope there, which, thank goodness for that. And I'm going to compress it now. And I think there's a gap there. It's not much. Okay, so that should work. There's another view of the kill switch. Let me put the clamp on, let you see that. Let me clamp this thing up. Hang on a second, I gotta do this right. Okay, so it's clamped down. Let me come down right here and show you the clearance on that. Right there. Maybe another way to look at it is right through here. Oh yeah. And so you can see the clearance now. There's a little gap of just air there. Right in see my little pointer? Right in there. There's a little gap there now. Very small, but it's enough. So that engine should run with the bail down. I've got it clamped down now. I think it's going to be okay. All right, so where we are now, I've got the kill switch repaired. I've got this wheel repaired. I've checked the spark plug, cleaned it a little, and put it back in. Let's go over here and look at the air filter. This ought to be fun. It should be pretty nasty and pretty funky. Let's check it out. And to do that, I need a 5/16 socket. So let me find one of those. There's one. And I'm assuming I'll have to change the carburetor on this because it's so old. But I also wanted to show you I just cut loose the throttle cable, which used to go in there. I cut it off right next to the little handle there. I don't need that, don't want that. It's just in the way. Confuses people. This motor's either going to be running at the correct RPM or it's going to be off. So let's get this thing out of here because we don't need it anyway. It's just it's been cut by me. The cable's just been cut off. Okay, so there it is. Let me throw that out there. Get that out of the way. There's the screw to it. I'll save that. Who knows? I might need that someday. So now, I'm going to go ahead and take these off just so I can see a little better. Let's see, where'd my drill go? So these are 5/16 also. So this one's going to come out. All right, and these aren't 100% necessary to even be on this little plate, but it does keep debris and sticks and stuff from getting up in there. And all right, so there's those two, that one and that one, and now this should just lift off. We have liftoff, so got to get that out of the way, and now we'll see what's under here. See, this is where the throttle would push, except I have disabled it, so I don't need that. So I'm going to disable it further. Okay. So let me sort of get that out of the way for now, because I want to check out this beautiful air filter, which I'm sure is just going to be so pristine. Here we go. Like that. Now that comes down. So there is our air filter. At least it has been eaten too bad by insects. That's often what happens. They eat the paper when they've been sitting around that long. Oh wow, this even has the original metal mesh screen part in here, which isn't really necessary. That's not going to let any air through. I mean, come on now, people. That's ridiculous. So let's get that out of there. There's no air passing through that. I'm going to throw that away. Nobody needs that. And now back to this gorgeous air filter. I'm going to get this out of here. Oh, there's some sign of bugs. There's rust on the screws. I'm just going to throw that away because that's useless. And that primer bulb has seen better days. I know it's supposed to have a dimple, but that's more like a navel. So anyway, I'm going to take this plate off. You guys know about that. 5/16, 3 of them. Get this off of here. Get the carburetor off because I'm sure it's completely decroded. There is no fuel in this tank. I've checked that. I mean, there could be a little bit, but nothing visible. So when you come back, we should have made more big changes. I'm gonna also see if I can get this thing straightened out while you're gone. I'm gonna just see if I can get those screws cleaned up and loosened and see if I can just swing this thing kind of in a better position. Right now it won't move, and this, see, it's open. That's not safe. Okay, I'll see you when you come back.